Okay, so we're going to take a look at client-side validation, but let's add a little bit extra to our form so we don't have to keep coming back to the Chrome DevTools every time. And we'll go back to the template, and just below the form, I'm just going to add a couple of paragraph tags and say form value, and I'm going to use the register form dot value, and I'm just going to output this into JSON, and I'll copy this one down. And we'll also have one for form status, and this is going to be for register form.status. And because I want to pipe this into JSON format, we need to make use of the JSON pipe inside our component. So I'll just come into the imports array, and I'll just add the JSON pipe inside here. And if we check how our register form looks, then we can see that we've got the form value and the form status. And if I start typing into the field, notice that the username is being updated, the password, we're getting the value for that, and same for the confirm password as well. And currently the form status is valid. That's because we don't currently have any validation on these different input fields. But let's change that now. And inside the initialize form, then we can add validators. Now the first parameter inside our form control is the initial value of the input. And we could give it an initial value, and I will do just for the short term. And just say hello. And then we can specify the validators we want to use. So let's say we want this one to be required. Then we can use one of the validators that Angular provides, and Angular provides a few. So we can check someone's email to make sure it's a valid email address, or a minimum and maximum number, or a minimum maximum length, to check whether it's null. And we've also got, for literally any other type of validation, we can also use a regex pattern or a regular expression pattern. But our needs are quite simple just now, so I'm going to select required as the validator for this one. And inside the password, we'll also add validators to this. And if we want to have more than one validator for a single input, then we just put it inside an array of validators. So I'll open up square brackets, and I'll say validators required for the password. And then we'll add another validator and say validators.min length, and we'll specify 4. And we'll add a third one and say validators max length, and we'll specify 8. And let's just move that down. And for the third one, all we'll do at the moment is we'll just say that this is required, but we'll also need to compare this against the password to make sure it matches, but we'll need a custom validator for that. So I'll just have an array of validators required just for the time being for the confirm password. Now if we go and take a look at our form again, first of all, our form status is invalid this time. And if I start typing in the password field, then as long as that's more than 4 characters, then that will meet the validation requirements. And then just a single character in confirm password, and we get the form status is valid. If I take a couple of characters out of the password field, then I don't meet the validation because I need at least 4 characters. And if I type too many characters in, then we move from valid to invalid there as well. So that's how we enable validation, but I would like to be able to compare the confirm password to the password field, because the idea of having both of these passwords here, of course, is to make sure the user doesn't make a mistake and have 2 different passwords. We'd like them to confirm it, and we want to make sure they're exactly the same. And we'll take a look at custom validators next.